Now, on Good Morning Northwest, 9 Spokane police officers shot a man who threatened to kill someone and pointed a gun at the officers. We're getting the newest information from overnight.
The promised light rain is here and will stick around. Now, there is good news for the weekend and beyond. We're going to have a deep dive on that coming up.
A building under construction collapses in Boise, killing 3 people and seriously injuring nearly 10 others. What we're learning about the building itself and thoughts on what brought it down. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now.
Good morning and thanks for being with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. It is Thursday, February 1st. Welcome to February. Starting things off kind of soggy out there today. Let's toss things over to Mark for a look at the forecast.
Yeah, light rain prevalent throughout eastern Washington into the central part of the state as well. 38 degrees currently. We do have the light rain, not so much into Coeur d'Alene, but still mild at 37 degrees. Does not have the fog that it had yesterday, nor the dense fog we had beginning of the week. Looking at the 4 things you need to know. Unseasonably mild, continuing through. More rain today, more light rain for Friday. The weekend does cool down, but it's still going to be unseasonably mild, still warmer than average. Doppler radar, busy this morning. We see that throughout Spokane, Deer Park. Checked into Mount Spokane, looked at that cam. It's not snow yet, but we are going to see things cool down a little bit. This is going to be our trend. That light rain throughout the day, 40 all over the place. Deer Park all the way into the valley, 41 Liberty Lake. Spangle at 43 degrees, one of the warmest spots around our region. Our forecast for the day, yeah, we're going to be in the 40s all day long, mid-40s coming in. That's going to be for this afternoon. We're going to get some breaks here, but make sure you've got a rain layer as you head out today.
Well, we begin with breaking news. For the second time this week, local law enforcement shot someone.
Spokane police officers fired on a man who pointed a gun at them on the lower South Hill. We now know that man died. Let's get to Sydney Charles at the Breaking Now desk with what we are learning from police.
Robin, this is new video from the scene where this shooting happened at West Cliff Avenue just after 6 o'clock last night. Spokane police say 9 officers fired at the man who was killed. Now, a witness told officers that an armed man handed them a suicide note and threatened to kill them. SPD arrived within minutes and found a man fitting the description. Police say he still had a gun, so officers gave him several commands to drop it. The suspect pointed his gun in the direction of officers several times. Police say officers reacted by firing their weapons. The man was taken to the hospital where he was later pronounced dead. Police say no officers or other people were hurt in this case. The 9 officers involved in the shooting, though, will be placed on administrative leave. SPD says it will make arrangements to accommodate the lack of officers on patrol.
My main concern tonight is the safety of those officers, and I'm really thankful that they're okay. We will make staffing arrangements to ensure that there is coverage for patrol in the time that they'll be on administrative leave.
The Spokane County Medical Examiner will release the name of the man who was shot at a later time. From here, the Spokane Independent Investigative Response Team will take over this investigation. You can read the latest details about this story on KXLY.com. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now. Robin.
All right, and Sydney, that same investigative team is still reviewing Tuesday night's incident in North Spokane where deputies shot and killed a man.
According to the sheriff's office, deputies shot the man when they say he came at them aggressively. And according to the sheriff's office, deputies responded to a call on Tuesday that a man threatened to kill his neighbor with a baton. After numerous attempts to de-escalate that situation, deputies broke through his front door. The sheriff's office says when the man acted aggressively to the deputies, they shot him. But what should you do if you're having ongoing issues with a neighbor? Spokane Community-Oriented Police Services, or COPS, says it's good to first try to calmly communicate with your neighbor. If that doesn't work, call the police.
A lot of people might be surprised to know you can call law enforcement for assistance with things like a barking dog or loud parties or a disturbance. And law enforcement officers, from my experience, would like to intervene in a situation before it gets out of control.
Now, of course, we'll continue to update you with any new information regarding this investigation into the shooting, both on air and online at KXLY.com.
3 people died, 9 others were injured when a building collapsed yesterday in Boise. 5 of those injured people are in critical condition. Authorities say the structure was an airplane hangar under construction on the Boise Airport's property. A crane was loading something onto the top of the building when the collapse started. That crane also collapsed.
I can tell you that it was a pretty global collapse that occurred. The main structural members came down. It was fairly catastrophic.
Airport operations were not impacted. The cause of the collapse is under investigation.
The head of the National Transportation Safety Board says investigators are almost done with a preliminary report on the door plug blowout on a Boeing 737 MAX 9. NTSB officials say investigators are in the final stages of that report, but that it's a complex issue. They stopped short of identifying what findings would be included in the report, but signaled it could include observations from deassembling the door plug in the NTSB's Washington, D.C. lab. As the NTSB continues its probe, airlines are once again flying the Boeing 737 MAX 9s after the FAA issued a safety update directive last week.
The Coeur d'Alene School District is once again looking to make potential cuts amid a budget shortfall. Idaho State recently changed the way it funds schools from being enrollment-based to being attendance-based. Losing that funding, coupled with inflation, has meant more financial problems the district is trying to work through. The district is now losing 7% of its state funding, creating a $6 million budget deficit.
There's not one specific fix to resolve a $6 million shortfall, as we know. We're also a high-performing, high-achieving school district in the state of Idaho, and so we're being extra careful.
The district trying to come up with ways to fix its budget issues with the least student impact possible. For now, that looks like reducing staff, temporarily closing a school, increasing class sizes, and moving to a 4-day school week. We'll, of course, keep you updated on that. It's now 6 minutes after 6 o'clock.
Let's check back in with Mark Peterson here, who's tracking our forecast here. Lots of rain.
Yeah, for today, we break this out. Most of the rain's going to happen this morning, more the sustained. Then it's going to be scattered showers, should be drying out this afternoon for a little bit. So, yeah, we're not expecting a lot here, 1/10 of an inch, maybe a little more. We're going to talk more about what we can expect for the higher elevations. That's coming up.
Today, we're at the kitchen at Second Harvest, sharing ways that you can make the most of your groceries. We'll share more coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
And none of us like those robocalls. Will now add AI voice cloning calls to the mix when government agencies wants to make them illegal. The story coming up after this break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call SWAP. I gotta call SWAP.
Here you go.
That's it? I'm calling them.
You forgot your check.
Craig Swap & Associates is on your side. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
The President's Sale starts now at More Furniture, and it's your chance to save with store-wide sale pricing and special interest-free financing. Take a full 60 months to pay with no down payment on the furniture you need, all on sale. Our newest 2024 arrivals are in stock and ready for delivery. And with 60 months interest-free financing, you can take it home today with no down payment. Visit morefurniture.com to preview sales specials.
Gold Seal Plumbing is the only local company to offer the Light Ray pipelining system, which allows us to repair your pipes without digging any holes and can be done in less than a day. Our factory certified technicians use a high-speed chain cleaner that grinds away obstruction. Then our no dig system pushes the liner down the pipe, and within minutes, the liner is hardened, making a seamless and durable pipe that will last decades. To see the full video, go to goldsealplumbing.com/trenchless and call Gold Seal Plumbing today. We're on our way.
Oh, what a good time we will have. You can make it happen, girl.
Try dietary supplements from Voltaren for healthy joints.
Stay safe while traveling this winter. Before you head out, trust the First Alert weather team to pinpoint the safest times to go and exactly what to expect. 4 News Now First Alert weather on air, on the app, and streaming on KXLY Plus.
I'm Chad Young from theeasyhomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With theeasyhomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
It is 6:10. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. The Federal Communications Commission wants to make robocalls generated by artificial intelligence illegal.
The FCC has proposed the Telephone Consumer Protection Act include voice cloning technology used in common robocall scams targeting consumers made illegal. The FCC said in the release, AI technology now has the potential to confuse consumers with misinformation by imitating voices of celebrities, political candidates, and family members. Before the New Hampshire primary, a robocall with AI voice resembling President Joe Biden targeted thousands of voters.
Experts in U.S. intelligence say Iranian leaders are nervous about sparking an all-out war with the U.S. Iran has long funded, equipped, and trained proxy militias in Iraq, Syria, and Yemen, but now may pursue a calibrated approach. Iran-backed militants have launched more than 160 attacks on U.S. forces since October. But the drone attack that killed 3 American soldiers in Jordan last weekend were the first deaths since the attacks began. The Biden administration is weighing options for how to respond to the attack in Jordan.
Speaker Mike Johnson is declaring a bipartisan border deal dead, according to House Republicans. Now, former President Donald Trump wants to kill the plan. GOP Senator James Lankford has been negotiating with Senate Democrats. Republicans say President Joe Biden should use more executive action to address immigration. Biden says he's done all he can without Congress, but he says the day he can sign a bipartisan bill letting him close the border, he'll shut it down.
A pair of potent atmospheric rivers is bringing strong winds and heavy rain to millions of people across California this morning. 20 million people are under flood alerts. Forecasts show 4 inches of rain expected in the coming days. Then on Sunday, the National Weather Service says the largest storm of the season could stall over the southern part of the state. More than 400 emergency services personnel are standing by to respond across 16 counties.
12 minutes past 6 o'clock. Here's your 10-second takeaway. It's going to be a mild day today, temperature-wise, but we're going to have light rain showers throughout the day. So, yeah, those rain layers are going to be needed, especially if you're outside for any length of time. 46 our high today.
Creating diverse housing options for our residents is crucial for our city, and it's innovative. We all come to housing at various stages, and we need to have housing that reflects that.
Many people in Spokane are unable to afford housing. In 2022, the city launched a program that looked to address that issue. The Building Opportunity and Choices for All program, known as BOCA, reformed many ordinances that prevented low-income housing developments from being built.
That program has since expired, but some parts of it were adopted into law. And yesterday, the program was commended by Governor Jay Inslee. In a room full of community leader, Governor Inslee awarded the 2023 Smart Communities Award to the city of Spokane, recognizing the city's innovative approach to multi-unit housing.
The decisions to change your zoning ordinances, to reduce setback requirements, parking requirements, allow more housing on a particular lot is exactly the medicine Washington State needs so we can build more housing.
Now, Governor Inslee also spoke about how Spokane is setting an example for the rest of the state to follow and recognized local leaders in taking the first steps to action. Your Good Morning Northwest time, 6:13.
Chinese hackers. The FBI director warns that hackers are preparing to wreak havoc on critical U.S. infrastructure and threaten American lives. The details coming up a little later here on Good Morning Northwest.
And right after this break, we'll be checking back in with Allison Martinez, who's live telling us how to stretch your dollar and eliminate some food waste.
When it's time to choose the right products for your new kitchen or bathroom, Ferguson Showroom Consultants are here to help. With the expertise to navigate even the most complex projects, our team will advise you on the latest products and innovative new features. We'll take care of the details so you can make the best choices for your home. At Ferguson, your project is our priority. Visit your local Ferguson Bath Kitchen and Lighting Gallery to shop the best selection of brands like Monogram.
Magical moments. Snowy adventures. Warming up. Making memories. A winter wonderland. The perfect close-by getaway this winter is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Find countless ways to play and plan your escape at cdawinter.com.
Want to leave works all day so I can keep working my magic. Just want to leave. 12 hours of uninterrupted pain relief. Aleve, who do you take it for? And for fast topical pain relief, try Aleve X.
We are strong and we'll get through this together. But these are stressful times. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, and know that you are not alone. Visit wearebroadcasters.com/hope. Furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Where would you get engaged? At our most spectacular historic hotel? On the prairie? On a mountaintop? Wherever you get engaged, we want to help you mark your moment. Tracy Jewelers, where Spokane gets engaged since 1950.
When I heard about Northern Quest's $60,000 Lucky Leap Day giveaway with a chance to leap your way to $30K, I was like, what? Then I found out it's only for humans, and now I'm all like,
The $60,000 Lucky Leap Day giveaway at Northern Quest. Play daily to enter for a shot at the $30,000 grand prize drawing on February 29th. Details at northernquest.com.
Fly me to the moon.
Hospice of North Idaho's annual wine tasting auction wants to send you on a trip of your dreams. Enter to win a luxury resort experience in Las Vegas or a customized trip of your choice. Purchase raffle tickets before the event. The winner will be announced at Hospice Wine Tasting Auction at the Coeur d'Alene Resort. Win prizes and bid on silent and live auction items. While there, enjoy acclaimed wines paired with fine culinary delights. Call or click today for information and wine taste event tickets.
Par, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you going to build?
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's now 6:17. Last year, Spokane led the state with the highest amount of food waste. The city of Spokane says about a third of everything that ended up in the trash could have been composted.
And this month, Second Harvest introduced classes teaching you how to keep your food from going to waste, and in turn, saving you some money. Our Allison Martinez is live this morning at the kitchen at Second Harvest Spokane to share some of those tips to help you at home.
Robin, Natalie, good morning. You're right, we are in the kitchen, and this is where all of the classes happen here at Second Harvest. Now, I'm joined by Emily, and Emily started a great series of food waste classes this January that will now continue through the year. She's teaching us a little bit about one demonstration that you had through your classes. Can you break down what we have going on here?
Yeah, so this is a really simple vinegar bath that you can do with your produce when you get home from the store. This will help it stay fresh in the fridge for longer, and it takes like 5 minutes. So we just have a bowl of water, about half a cup of vinegar. I'm going to pour that right in there, and then some berries. I like to keep them in the strainer in the bath because it makes it simpler to remove them, but you want to just soak them for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, and easy. These are all household items that everyone should have at home. Perfect. Now tell me a little bit about what the inspiration was behind these food waste classes. It's such an important topic that you're bringing to our community.
Yeah, absolutely. Food is expensive and affording groceries is difficult, so making sure that you are able to use as much of the food that you are buying as possible is really helpful, I think, for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we'll have more about those classes and how you can attend on our website, kxly.com. Coming up, we'll show you how to make this jam here. That's another part of food waste, is just making as many meals and items out of your groceries as you can. Well, thank you so much for joining us. This is Allison Martinez. 4 News Now. Back to you guys in studio.
Some homemade jam. Sounds pretty good.
Allison, thank you very much. Hey, we want to get right over to Mark here at 6:19, talking about some rain in the area.
Tracking some showers coming in, but we're going to do a deep dive as to what these showers could do for the higher elevation. So I really want to concentrate on snowpack. As we look at that and the shower activity that's coming in, and today, here's our forecast. We're going to have a high today of 46, and we're going to have the potential for rain showers tapering off this afternoon. But we really want to look back a little bit. Let's go back to January. We had 3 days of impactful snow, and that helped for the mountains. The issue was what happened after the snow arrived. So for the first part of January, we added a couple of feet of snow to Schweitzer, 22 inches to Lookout Pass. It was amazing. The problem was after the 19th, we got this big warming trend, and we lost some of those gains in the higher elevations, losing our snowpack, also losing in, some of the impacts on the skiing industry. So for snow water content, we were looking pretty good. And for this month, for January, we are now up a little bit. But the problem is it was in the form of rain. And so we look at the snowpack. Schweitzer's sitting at 57%. Lookout passes at 34%, desperately low. Quartz Peak at 68%. So Stevens Pass looking pretty good. So we take a look at Lookout. It's one of the most impacted areas where this is normal, the green line. Historic lows are here. This is where we are this year, even below the historic lows. So we are very low on snowpack. But the good news is that we're going to see the snow level start to fall off. So right now, today's snow level at 6,000 feet. No help for the ski areas. But then we get into Friday, and the rain that's going to come in and the scattered showers will transition to snow into the mountains, and that's going to add to those levels. And the good news is it's not going to warm up and dissipate. So we're hoping that these light rain showers start to really add up. And that's going to be the good news as we get a little cooler, but we're still seeing temperatures above average in the lower elevations, around 40 as we go into the weekend, but it's the overnight lows down to 30. This will translate to a very positive note for those mountain areas, including the ski areas, but also our snowpack that helps us with water in the spring.
Yeah, it's not just outdoor enthusiasts that it impacts. All right, Mark, thanks.
Your Good Morning Northwest time, 6:21.
Going from the oldest head coach in the NFL to the youngest. That's what the Seattle Seahawks will do with new hire Mike Macdonald. After the break, the rundown on Macdonald and what he brings to the table for the Seahawks. Next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
1 in 9 Americans struggle with hunger, yet 40% of the food in America is wasted. The Kroger Company Zero Hunger, Zero Waste Foundation is working to help end hunger and food waste in neighborhoods across America. Together, we can help end hunger. Learn more at zerohungerzerowastefoundation.org.
World exclusive of Baywatch star's medical crisis, her breast cancer diagnosis, is it spreading, and her biggest regret. Watch the next Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
Shake up your shower with a flavor for every feeling. This Dove freshens you up. This Dove winds you down. This Dove leaves you glowing. And this Dove keeps you going. So whatever care you care about, there's a Dove for everybody. Why do dermatologists choose Dove?
The Dove Beauty Bar is gentle. Not only cleans, hydrates my skin.
As a dermatologist, I want what's best for our skin. With 1/4 moisturizing cream, Dove is the #1 bar dermatologists use at home.
Hey, it's me, your dry skin. I'm craving something we're missing. The ceramides in CeraVe. CeraVe with 3 essential ceramides helps restore my natural barrier so I can lock in moisture and we can feel it long after. CeraVe moisturizers.
Want to instantly look more attractive and years younger? The solution is whiter teeth. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." From that point on, I've been sold.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. After 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns.
This is a Power Swab smile. This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off this Valentine's Day. You'll also receive the Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will get free shipping.
After almost 15 years, the Seattle Seahawks will be led by someone not named Pete Carroll. On Monday afternoon, they officially announced Mike Macdonald as their newest head coach. The organization going the defensive route, as Macdonald was the D coordinator in Baltimore for the past 2 seasons. And get this, he's going to be the youngest coach in the league at 36 years old. This past season under Macdonald's watch, the Ravens had the best defense. They led the league in points per game, sacks, and turnovers. And that expertise is really going to be needed as Seattle slowly spiraled downward on that side of the ball the last 2 seasons. The good news for Seattle fans is when a coach comes, they usually stay a while. Macdonald is only the 9th coach in franchise history. 2 out of the last 3 guys were there for a combined 24 years between Mike Holmgren and Pete Carroll. Now, one of the first orders of business Macdonald and GM John Schneider are going to have is the upcoming draft. Seattle holds that number 16 pick in the first round. Many originally thought they would go with a quarterback, but he is a defensive-minded guy, so you could see them going with a defensive lineman, but still a long way to go before that. Reporting in studio, I'm Alex Crescenti, 4 News Now Sports.
Some big shoes to fill for him.
Indeed. Good luck.
Your Good Morning Northwest time, 6:25.
Well, top social media leaders answered some tough questions when it comes to the safety of kids and teens online. Sydney Charles breaking down the tense congressional hearing and what we can expect for day 2 of it.
And how a teenage snowboarder got herself in this scary situation, dangling from a California chairlift. Before we go to break, here's a first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America starting at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, one-on-one with the U.S. CEO of Walmart.
This is an announcement that we're really excited about.
The world's biggest retailer announcing it will open 150 locations in the U.S. in the next 5 years, the first time it will add new stores since 2021.
So it's really about providing flexibility for the consumer.
Walmart also making a big investment in its workforce, awarding store managers higher pay and stock grants that could bring their salaries to $400,000 a year.
It just makes sense that given the size business, they're managing supercenters like I did 25 years ago, and they're managing an e-commerce business.
And that's not all. Coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on what other changes are coming to Walmarts across the country. With your GMA First Look, I'm Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, New York.
COVID-19. I'm not waiting. If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Paxlovid is an oral treatment for adults with mild to moderate COVID-19 and a high risk factor for it becoming severe. It does not prevent COVID-19.
My symptoms are mild now, but I'm not risking it. If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Paxlovid must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms and help stop the virus from multiplying in your body.
Taking Paxlovid with certain medicines can lead to serious or life-threatening side effects or affect how it or other medicines work, including hormonal birth control. It's critical to tell your doctor about all the medicines you take because certain tests or changes in their dosage may be needed. Tell your doctor if you have kidney or liver problems, HIV-1, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeed. Don't take Paxlovid if you're allergic to nirmatrelvir, ritonavir, or any of its ingredients. Serious side effects can include allergic reactions, some severe, like anaphylaxis, and liver problems. These are not all the possible side effects, so talk to your doctor.
If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Ask your doctor today.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by End the Violence.
The all-new Bet Ahead feature is now live at Caesars Sportsbook, located inside Spokane Tribe Casino. Make your picks online from anywhere before you place your cash bets. Only at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
We are here in Israel, a nation at war, the worst attack in 50 years. Israel waging a fierce bombardment of Gaza.
When it matters most, America turns to David Muir and ABC's World News Tonight.
The President's Sale starts now at More Furniture, and it's your chance to save with store-wide sale pricing and special interest-free financing. Take a full 60 months to pay with no down payment on the furniture you need, all on sale. Our newest 2024 arrivals are in stock and ready for delivery. And with 60 months interest-free financing, you can take it home today with no down payment. Visit morefurniture.com to preview sales specials.
The all-new Bet Ahead feature is now live at Caesars Sportsbook, located inside Spokane Tribe Casino. Make your picks online from anywhere before you place your cash bets. Only at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now story tracker with breaking news this morning.
For the second time in 24 hours, local law enforcement shot and killed a man. It happened at West Cliff Avenue last night around 6 o'clock. Spokane police contacted a man who witnesses say handed them a suicide note and then threatened to kill himself. Police say that man then refused officers' commands to drop his gun, instead pointing it at the officer several times. SPD says 9 officers involved in the shooting will be placed on administrative leave. You can read more about this shooting and Tuesday night's shooting involving Spokane Sheriff's deputies right now on KXLY.com.
Stung by a Delaware court ruling earlier this week, Tesla CEO Elon Musk is seeking shareholder approval to move Tesla to Texas. Tuesday, a Delaware judge threw out Musk's massive $51 billion pay package awarded to him in 2018. In response to the ruling, Musk tweeted, "Never incorporate your company in the state of Delaware." The decision can be appealed to the Delaware Supreme Court.
Thanks so much for starting your morning with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Thursday, the first day of February. Let's check in with Mark in our first alert forecast to get the month started.
Yeah, light rain showers, in fact, maybe organized sprinkles into downtown Spokane, sitting at 38 degrees, cloudy, and 37 into Coeur d'Alene without the fog, but we'll probably see some light rain showers coming in here in a little bit. 4 things you need to know. It is unseasonably mild. That's going to continue all the way through the weekend. More rain today. It'll be light rain again for Friday. In fact, we'll see that through the weekend as well. But the weekend will be a touch cooler. We look at the Doppler radar, and it's busy. We do have quite a bit there. We're going to see lighter rain coming in as this continues to make its way east. Then we start to see some breaks in the action, and then it'll be scattered showers that'll be really hard to predict. But they'll be coming through today, tonight, and tomorrow. 40 currently into the valley. We've got 41 downtown, 40 into Deer Park. At the airport, sitting at 38 degrees. 37 is a normal high this time of year. We look at the forecast today. Hit and miss showers all day long with a high of 46.
At the Breaking Now desk, we continue to follow details about a hearing focused on the dangers of social media for children. This morning, top tech CEOs are promising to do more to protect children from abuse online, including from sexual predators, suicide, and bullying. The chief executives of Meta, X, TikTok, Snapchat, and Discord faced tough questions during the 10th Senate Judiciary Committee hearing. Senators accused the top tech CEOs of failing to protect their most vulnerable users. At the back of the room, grieving families held up images of their kids they say took their own lives because of the abuse on these platforms. During the hearing, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg turned around and faced them to apologize. Take a listen.
To actually go through the things that your families have suffered, and this is why we invested so much and are going to continue doing industry-leading efforts to make sure that no one has to go through the types of things that your families have had to suffer.
Now, Meta announced earlier this month it has beefed up its child safety features, including hiding inappropriate content from teenagers' accounts and restricting the ability for minors to receive messages from anyone they aren't connected to. But one father at the hearing, who blames Instagram for his son's death by suicide after he was sexually exploited, says the companies still aren't doing enough.
Actions speak louder than words. So there's nothing that you can say until you start implementing these changes.
Now, the committee approved several bills last year, including one that would remove immunity for tech firms from certain civil or criminal liability. So far, none of those have become law. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Sydney, thanks. We have more details on a hostage situation near the Northtown Mall. It happened yesterday at a home near East Sanson and North Morton, just a few blocks from east of Division. Investigators say around noon, a woman reported her estranged husband was threatening her and the 2 children in the home with her. Spokane police say when they arrived, it was not clear if the 23-year-old suspect was armed. Eventually, police went into the home and arrested him. This is a developing story, and we'll update you as soon as we learn more. Well, people living in Spokane Valley could soon pay higher taxes to hire more than 24 police officers.
The city's population has grown by more than 30,000 since 2000. Police say more staff is necessary to handle increasing service calls, and local businesses say they are fed up with crime. Spokane Valley Police Chief Dave Ellis says the department wants to handle crimes on time. With a growing population, adding up to 30 officers is necessary, he says, to respond to current service calls.
Regards to drug possession, which for a couple of years made it almost unenforceable, and now that it's just at a misdemeanor level and it's previously at a felony level, that is also having an impact.
The city says it needs more than $6 million every year to hire these new officers. It's searching for funding sources and says it could mean possible increases in sales, utility, or property taxes. There's no timeline yet on a final decision about it.
A man from Rathdrum will spend the rest of his life in prison for sex crimes against children. Officers say 36-year-old Timothy Gutierrez had been sexually abusing a 12-year-old family member. Officers also found child pornography on his phone. Gutierrez had previously been convicted of sexually abusing minors when he was 17 years old.
A warning today about U.S. national security and the danger posed by China. The FBI director told Congress yesterday that China is looking to wreak havoc by using cyber attacks to target U.S. water and power systems.
Be clear, cyber threats to our critical infrastructure represent real-world threats to our physical safety.
FBI Director Christopher Wray and other officials warning lawmakers the country's transportation systems, water treatment plants, and electrical grids are vulnerable to hackers working on behalf of the Chinese government. Wray says China's hackers outnumber FBI cyber personnel 50-1. He wants more funding to fight the threat. At a November meeting, Chinese President Xi Jinping promised to President Biden China would not interfere in the upcoming presidential election. Director Wray testifying he'll believe it when he sees it.
Well, take a look at this video. That's a 16-year-old girl dangling from a chairlift in a resort in California. Other riders left clinging onto her after she apparently slipped on the chair.
Everyone was yelling, chanting together to stop the lift. But I could see almost immediately as it left the loading station, like at that point, the person was already starting to fall off.
Scary. Well, workers at Mammoth Mountain began setting up a net beneath her when she suddenly falls. The girl plunging through that net, slamming into the ground. She was later taken to the hospital where she is now recovering. And such a scary situation to be dangling like that.
Oh my gosh, and for so long. And think of her fear and the fear of the people on the lift with her. Oh my gosh.
Hope she recovers okay.
Yeah, it is now 6:37.
Let's toss things over to Mark Peterson here for a look at what we can expect throughout the day today.
This is a wide view of all the rain that's coming in, but none of it is organized. All of it is scattered rain showers throughout eastern Washington, North Idaho. It's going to be hit and miss shower activity not only today, but through the weekend. We'll have a check of the forecast coming up.
Still to come, taking a stand against rising rent. Crowds of people rallied in Olympia in support of a new rent stabilization bill. Why people say without it, they may become homeless.
Plus, another crackdown on password sharing, the latest streaming service to put up household limitations, and when you'll be seeing a difference. Next.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
The Tire Store for winter tires with no credit hassles. At the Tire Store, they'll let you split up your repair bill over a couple months. Get your car fixed today. ASC certified, start an account with no credit check. Tire Store.
Where would you get engaged? At our most spectacular historic hotel? On the prairie? On a mountaintop? Wherever you get engaged, we want to help you mark your moment. Tracy Jewelers, where Spokane gets engaged since 1950.
At 4 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
What have you got against tomatoes?
I don't know how anybody can eat those things.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now, the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to BruxNightGuard.com and order yours today.
When it's time to replace that old furnace or water heater, your choice of contractor is obvious. Give the experts at Bill's Heating and Air a call. We offer same-day estimates, free second opinions, and a lowest price guarantee. And there's never been a better time to upgrade, because now we're offering financing as low as 0% for 60 months. You heard that right. 5 years with no interest. So call the area's largest and most trusted HVAC contractor today, before this amazing offer expires.
The Tire Store for auto repairs, tires, and wheels. At the Tire Store, they'll let you split up your repair bill over a couple months. Get your car fixed today. ASC certified, and you can start an account with no credit check. Tire Store.
The time is now 6:41. Taking a look around the Northwest. Throughout this crowd on the steps of the state capitol in Olympia are dozens of stories from families struggling with rising rents. State lawmakers are considering 2 bills that would limit rent increases by a maximum of 5% per year, but would not limit rent prices landlords can set for new tenants.
It's totally unacceptable that we have older adults who are choosing between medicine and food and rent.
This will significantly reduce housing investment, leading our state to experience declines both in existing housing stock like San Francisco saw and declines in new housing creation like those seen by St. Paul, Minnesota.
Several people, including landlords and development groups, testified earlier this month, warning the measures could have negative impacts for businesses and discourage new development projects in Washington. But supporters say they're pushing for rent stabilization to keep people from becoming homeless. Both bills are still in committee.
A bill that would temporarily expand the child tax credit across the U.S. is a step closer to becoming law. The House voted 357 to 70 in favor of the bill. The new child tax credit would mainly benefit lower income families that would be able to claim more of the credit. Those households with more than 1 child will receive the same credit for each child, just as higher income households already receive. Starting this year, the credit will be adjusted for inflation and is expected to bump the maximum credit to $2,100 per child in 2025. That's up from the current $2,000. The bill still needs to be approved by the Senate before heading to the president's desk.
All right. Hey, it's February 1. Mild with some light rain. Our 10-second takeaway this morning. You're going to want some light rain layers, certainly if you're going to be outside for any length of time, walking to school and such. High today, 46.
Disney is taking steps to prevent password sharing on its streaming services. That includes Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus. In an email to Hulu subscribers yesterday, the company said it would start adding limitations on sharing your account outside of your household, beginning on March 14th. Disney's CEO hinted at that rule change last summer. He's expected to speak on Disney's fiscal first quarter earnings call on February 7th, potentially shedding more light on Disney's plan to address password borrowers on all of its platforms. Your Good Morning Northwest time, 6:43.
Today we continue our Food Crunch series. Allison Martinez live at Second Harvest.
I'm here with Emily in the kitchen at Second Harvest cooking up something delicious. We'll show you what coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
It's not an I thing, Dad. It's a we thing.
Get a large 2-topping take and bake pizza for just $10.99. Order now at papamurphys.com.
Living in the Inland Northwest has its advantages, and one of those is working with amazing people who dedicate their time and efforts to help others. STCU's Volunteers Count is a program to say thank you for this service and inspire others to give back too. Please tell us about a volunteer at a local nonprofit that inspires you. Go to KXLY.com/volunteerscount and nominate them. Help us showcase those people who give of their time and truly make a difference. Volunteers Count, brought to you by 4 News Now and STCU.
Magical moments. Snowy adventures. Warming up. Making memories. A winter wonderland. The perfect close-by getaway this winter is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Find countless ways to play and plan your escape at cdawinter.com.
It's the 7-day winter sale at Furniture Row, so get ready because every sofa, dining table, and bed is on sale. Like this unbeatable deal on the Bearing panel bed, now only $5.99. Save big on the Centurion sofa, only $6.99. Get the Largo dining table for only $3.99. And check out the Summit Queen, now only $299.99. Plus, 4 years no interest financing. But don't wait. The 7-day winter sale at Furniture Row ends Thursday the 1st.
I'm Chad Young from the EasyHomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With the EasyHomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
It's not an I thing, Dad. It's a we thing.
Get a large 2-topping take and bake pizza for just $10.99. Order now at papamurphys.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Spokane Tribe Casino.
Welcome back. The time is 6:46. Food waste is a problem that has captivated the country. In Washington, Spokane is the leading state with the largest amount.
This is why Second Harvest launched a series of food waste classes to help you stretch your dollar and make the most of your groceries. 4 News Now's Allison Martinez is live at Second Harvest in the kitchen now with things that you could do.
Robin, Natalie, good morning. We are in the kitchen, and this is where all the magic happens. All of those classes all happen right here. Emily is the teacher of a food waste reduction class here. Now, show us a little bit about this demonstration you have going. What's going on here?
Yeah, so I'm just making some quick blueberry chia jam. This is something really simple that you can do with blueberries or any other fruit that is going to spoil in the next couple of days to give it another week of life. And you can add it to sandwiches and yogurt and whatever you'd like. But it's really simple. It's just the berries and chia seeds and honey.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have a sneak peek of the final product right here, and it looks and smells absolutely amazing. Now, this is just one glance of some of the demonstrations you have in your classes. What else can people expect if they sign up?
All sorts of different things. We have done vegetable stock in the past, quick pickling. Coming up in future months, we're going to be doing things like sauerkraut and kimchi. So lots of different variety. There's also lots of opportunities for clients to suggest recipes and learn how to make their favorite things.
Yeah, amazing. So cool just making so many uses of one product. We started with just some blueberries that we cleaned up, and now we're making some delicious jam. Well, thank you so much. Second Harvest had a very successful run of classes this January, and they have more coming at the end of every month. We'll have more details on our website, kxly.com. This is Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
There's nothing better than some pickled onions that you make at home.
Ooh.
The best.
Ooh, nice.
I want some of that jam also on an English muffin or something.
Nice. It's all good.
All good.
2 for 2.
That training kitchen is so cool.
It really
and
is, yeah.
anybody is welcome to sign up for those classes. All right, 46 degrees will be our high today. Rain's going to be light. It's going to be consistent with some consistent breaks as well. Overnight, we're going to see a continuation of that potential for light rain at 38. So nothing horribly organized here. It is on to the Pacific and into the West Coast. That's going to continue to work its way south. But as it spins around, we're really seeing the Sierras pull a lot of energy out of this, dropping feet of snow and inches of rain on California. And what comes up out of that is what we're going to be receiving for the next 4, 5, 6 days. So this continues to show where we're going to have that potential hit and miss sliding across eastern Washington. North Idaho will have more of it due to the higher elevations. Over the weekend, we're going to see colder temperatures in the higher elevations. So hopefully they're going to get a little more light snow out of this. It doesn't look like there's any big winter weather happening in the mountains either, but anything they get is going to be a blessing. 46, our high today, 46 in Coeur d'Alene, but 50 into Grand Coulee, low 50s, Moses Lake, Ritzville, Tri-Cities. Pullman is going to be at 53 degrees and 58 into Lewiston. The planning forecast, plan on mid-40s today, tomorrow. Excuse me. Then we're going to have temperatures that are going to be hovering around 40 degrees. Overnight lows then finally dropping to freezing. So rain-snow mix timing and elevation, but the higher elevations will definitely get any moisture over the beginning of the week will happen in the form of light snow, and that's going to be the good news for the mountains.
For sure.
May need it.
For us, just spring-like, winter-ish weather.
Weird.
All right, Mark, thanks. It's now 10 minutes before 7. Your morning sprint coming up.
We'll see you then.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical.
Mr. Quack Casino Hotel has a sweet treat for you. Cash, cash, and more cash. Play your favorite games now. Earn entries to win your share of up to $18,000 cash. Mr. Quack Casino Hotel.
When it's time to choose the right products for your new kitchen or bathroom, Ferguson Showroom Consultants are here to help. With the expertise to navigate even the most complex projects, our team will advise you on the latest products and innovative new features. We'll take care of the details so you can make the best choices for your home. At Ferguson, your project is our priority. Visit your local Ferguson Bath Kitchen and Lighting Gallery to shop the best selection of brands like Monogram.
There are some things that work better together, like your workplace benefits and retirement savings.
Presentation looks great.
Thanks. Voya provides tools that help you make the right investment and benefit choices so you can reach today's financial goals, that one, and look forward to a more confident future.
That is one dynamic duo. Voya. Well planned, well invested, well protected.
You should Angie that.
Angie what?
Angie that. It means connecting with skilled professionals for all your home projects, from repairs to renovations, so you can get the most out of your home. Get started today at Angie.com.
An alternative to pills, Voltaren is a clinically proven arthritis pain relief gel which penetrates deep to target the source of pain with non-steroidal anti-inflammatory medicine directly at the source. Voltaren, the joy of movement.
The President's Sale starts now at More Furniture, and it's your chance to save with store-wide sale pricing and special interest-free financing. Take a full 60 months to pay with no down payment on the furniture you need, all on sale. Our newest 2024 arrivals are in stock and ready for delivery. And with 60 months interest-free financing, you can take it home today with no down payment. Visit morefurniture.com to preview sales specials.
Mr. Quack Casino Hotel has a sweet treat for you. Cash, cash, and more cash. Play your favorite games now. Earn entries to win your share of up to $18,000 cash. Mr. Quack Casino Hotel.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Thursday in the morning sprint.
Allison Martinez is live at Second Harvest with details on new classes designed to help you make the most out of your groceries.
Mark is talking about scattered showers in your forecast today.
But first, Spokane police officers fired on a man who pointed a gun at them on the lower South Hill last night and died. Let's get over to Sydney Charles with the breaking details this morning.
Police got a call just after 6 o'clock from West Cliff Avenue. A witness told officers that an armed man handed them a suicide note and threatened to kill them. SPD arrived within minutes and found a man fitting the description. Police say he still had a gun, so officers gave him several commands to drop it. The suspect pointed his gun in the direction of officers several times. Police say 9 officers reacted by firing their weapons. The man was taken to the hospital where he was later pronounced dead. The 9 officers involved in the shooting will be placed on administrative leave. You can read more details about the ongoing investigation under this story on KXLY.com.
The Spokane Independent Investigative Response Team is still reviewing Tuesday night's incident in North Spokane in which deputies shot and killed a man. According to the sheriff's office, deputies responded to a call Tuesday that the man threatened to kill his neighbor with a baton. After numerous attempts to de-escalate the situation, deputies broke through that man's front door. The sheriff's office says when the man acted aggressively to the deputies, they shot him. We'll continue updating you with any new information regarding the investigation into this shooting on air and on KXLY.com.
All right, Doppler radar continues to present itself with wet weather that's coming our way from the south, making its way north. It's going to be hit and miss showers throughout the day. The most sustained light rain has already passed us. We're going to have temperatures very mild this morning as you walk out the door. Our forecast today calling for a high today of 46 degrees, and we're going to be in the 40s actually all day long.
3 people died and 9 others were injured when a building collapsed yesterday in Boise. 5 of those injured people are in critical condition. Authorities say the structure was an airplane hangar under construction on the Boise Airport's property. A crane was loading something onto the top of the building when the collapse started. That crane also collapsed. The cause of the collapse is under investigation.
We have more details on a hostage situation near the Northtown Mall. Happened yesterday at a home near East Sanson and North Morton, a few blocks east of Division. Investigators say around noon, a woman reported her estranged husband was threatening her and the 2 children in her home. Spokane police say when they arrived, it was not clear if the 23-year-old suspect was armed. Eventually, police went in and arrested him. This is a developing story. We'll update you when we learn more.
A man from Rathdrum will spend the rest of his life in prison for sex crimes against children. Officers say 36-year-old Timothy Gutierrez has been sexually abusing a 12-year-old family member. Officers also found child pornography on his phone. Gutierrez had previously been convicted of sexually abusing minors when he was 17 years old.
The FDA is warning about unapproved copycat eye drops. The administration says South Moon eye drops lack an active ingredient used in approved eye drops. In addition to that, testing samples came up positive for a bacteria that can cause eye infections. So far, there is no word on where these products came from, and an investigation is underway.
Spokane County leads Washington State by producing the largest amount of food waste. Second Harvest is hoping to combat this with a series of food waste reduction classes. These are happening at the last Monday of every month and are open to everyone in the community, especially those who are battling food insecurity. We'll have more information about these classes and how you can attend on our website, KXLY.com.
The Coeur d'Alene School District is once again looking to make potential cuts amid a budget shortfall. Idaho State recently changed the way it funds schools from being enrollment-based to being attendance-based. Losing that funding, coupled with inflation, has meant more financial problems the district is trying to work through. The district is now trying to come up with ways to fix its budget issue with the least student impact possible. For now, that looks like reducing staff, temporarily closing a school, increasing class sizes, and moving to a 4-day school week.
The University of Idaho Coeur d'Alene Robotics Program is getting a big grant from the Forest Service to develop a robot that will detect and get rid of weeds. It's part of the Forest Service effort to restore national forest land in a more cost-effective way. Right now, it costs about $500,000 to weed Forest Service nurseries by hand. Researchers, including Garrett Wells, pictured here, will be tying artificial intelligence into robotics to help increase seedling production. Wow. We'll check in with Mark one last time this hour with a look at your weather after this.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Does anybody want my tomato? I don't know how anybody can eat those things.
You do know ketchup is made from tomatoes, right?
Want to leave works all day so I can keep working my magic. Just Want to leave. 12 hours of uninterrupted pain relief. Aleve, who do you take it for? And for fast topical pain relief, try Aleve X.
BECU isn't like other financial institutions, and the difference is people. Because we're not for profit, there's no boardroom of billionaires maximizing their margins. Our biggest stakeholders are people like you. It's our members who make money meaningful, so we focus on helping them thrive. It's the art student bringing beauty to his community that makes a college loan matter. It's the mother building her family's foundation that makes a mortgage matter. It's people that make BECU matter. People like you.
All right, good morning, everybody. Live look outside. And again, we got the cloud cover. It's moving across. Light rain showers, hit and miss, moving through, but the sun is on the rise. It's nice. All right, so we are going to continue to see the shower activity. We're going to remain in the 40s all day long. 46 will be our high today. The planning forecast, 45 tomorrow for, of course, Groundhog Day. More importantly, Friday. Over the weekend, highs of around 40. That continues all the way through next week, really. But we start to see the overnight lows cool to at or below freezing for the first part of next week.
Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
We'll see you throughout Good Morning America with live local updates. GMA starts right now.